Hello and a warm welcome to all the fantasy managers for the new season of the Fantasy Premier League. This is FPL Victor and today I will be revealing my final team for Game Week 1. Let's begin. First off, I'd like to inform all managers that some new features have been introduced in this year's Fantasy Premier League. The most important change is related to the number of bankable transfers. Until now, an FPL manager was able to bank 2 free transfers. This has been changed and now 5 free transfers can be accumulated. Additionally, when a manager plays the wildcard or a free hit, the saved transfers will no longer reset to 0. So now, we can save 5 free transfers, then play the wildcard or free hit and immediately have 5 free transfers to use in the following game week. Fantasy managers will be given a new chip in 2024-25 season to go alongside the 2 wildcards, the bench boost, the free hit and the triple captain. It's been labeled as the mystery chip right now and exact details about it will be revealed in January 2025. Points for each goal scored by a goalkeeper is being increased this season from 6 to 10. Changes have also been made to the bonus point scoring system where players will be awarded more points for taking shots on target, winning fouls and making goal line clearances. Next up is the fixture difficulty rating for all the teams from game week 1 to 8. This is an essential tool as it helps a manager to analyze the teams with the best fixtures for the upcoming weeks and the teams that can be avoided initially. The standout long-term picks from this chart are Liverpool, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest and Fulham. Also, some teams like Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United and Newcastle United have been assigned easier opening couple of fixtures. Hence, my approach will be to target the majority of players in my first draft from these teams. The reigning champions Manchester City are an exception here as they can turn any fixture to their advantage. Some of the standout matches in the opening game week from FPL's perspective are Arsenal vs Wolves, Ipswich vs Liverpool, Newcastle vs Southampton and Leicester vs Tottenham. Moving on to my complete squad selection for the new season. In goal, I have gone for Dean Henderson from Crystal Palace. Due to the new price points of other essential picks, this year I have decided to cut back on my defense. Hence, I will be operating with a 4.5 million nailed-on goalkeeper along with a 4 million bench fodder. Amongst the current crop of 4.5 million keepers, Henderson stands out as he faces only 2 teams who finished in top 4 last year in the opening 14 game weeks. Also, he has been given the number 1 shirt from Sam Johnston for the new campaign, which illustrates the trust of the new manager Oliver Glasner in him, who has changed Crystal Palace's fortunes since his appointment in February this year. For the second keeper, I have gone for Joe Lumley from Southampton, who has a measly 0.3% ownership, which reduces the risk of a price drop in the initial stages of the competition. There were other contenders for the main goalkeeper spot like Flecken, Areola, Jose Sa and Neto, but all of them have difficult fixtures in the opening 5 game weeks. In defense, I have selected Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mickey van de Ven, Alexander Zinchenko, Anton Robinson and Valentin Barco. Liverpool have the kindest opening fixture run and it made sense to invest in an asset like Trent Alexander-Arnold who can provide multiple routes to acquire points through a clean sheet, assist or a goal. Also, he is available for £7 million, which is the cheapest he has been priced since 2019-20 season. He will be a nailed-on pick for the initial game weeks in my team. Fulham also enjoyed a resurgence in the second half of last season and have been blessed with a kind opening schedule. Their left back, Robinson, started in 37 matches out of 38 last year and provided 6 assists in the campaign. I have drafted him due to his price point of 4.5 million and his ability to contribute through attacking returns. He will not be a regular starter in my team, but he will cover for any other defender when they have a difficult fixtures. Arsenal have been assigned some tricky away fixtures up front along with some standout home matches. Zinchenko offers me a route into the best defense of last year at a price point of 5 million, which is 1 million less than any other option in that team. Although there is competition for the left back slot in the team, but Tomiyasu has an unknown return date due to injury, and Jurrien Timber has almost zero exposure of Premier League as his debut season was ended in the opening match last year. For now, Zinchenko appears to be the nailed-on starter, and his ability to slot into midfield and provide crucial passes makes him a risk worth taking. Tottenham Hotspur have some nice fixtures in the opening 10 game weeks. While a majority of managers have sided with their marauding right back Pedro Porro for their teams, I have decided to pick Mickey van de Ven due to his cheaper price and his ability to be a threat from set pieces. He enables me to get a piece of the Tottenham defense while freeing funds to strengthen my attack. He also rotates nicely with Robinson, and I will not have to think twice while putting him on bench, whereas with Porro, it can create a dilemma. My last defender is an enabler who helps me to free up funds. Valentin Barco is playing in the left back position for Brighton due to the injury to Estupinian. Like Estupinian, he has also been assigned with some set pieces and free kick duties, making him one of the best early option in the 4 million bracket. I also plan to include him in my playing 11 in game week 4 and 5 when both Zinchenko and Robinson have relatively difficult fixtures. In my midfield, I have selected Diogo Jota, Bruno Fernandes, Christopher Nkunku, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Dejan Kulusevski. Manchester United have 3 nice fixtures in their opening 4, and their creative talisman Bruno Fernandes offers an assured route into their attack. Manchester United have some rapid forwards and wingers in their lineup who usually depend on Bruno's vision to release them at the right time. He is a proven FPL asset and is on set piece and penalty duties for his team, boosting his pedigree further. Diogo Jota is fit again and has some serious pre-season form going into the new campaign. Under the new coach, Arne Slot, he has been deployed as a centre forward. We all love those players who can play out of their position, and Jota stands at the fulcrum of a team bubbling with talent. He is 5 million cheaper than Salah and can match him for points potential for the opening run of matches. Provided he remains fit, I am fairly certain that he is Liverpool's most explosive attacking asset at present. Nottingham Forest are one of the teams who have a kind run of opening fixtures, and an investment in their attack is a risk worth taking. As I did not have a slot available in the forward position, and due to Morgan Gibbs-White priced at 6.5 million, I had to look for a cheaper alternative. I picked Hudson-Odoi due to his breakout campaign last year, in which he played for the most minutes and contributed with 8 goals and 2 assists. He's a skilled winger with the ability to cut back on both feet and can turn out to be a short-term differential. Chelsea play Manchester City in their opening fixture, however enjoy a nice string of matches from game week 2 onwards. In the pre-season matches, Christopher Nkunku was assigned as a centre forward and repaid the trust shown by his manager by scoring goals. His last season was marred by a serious injury, and he must be looking for atonement come this campaign. I believe he's one of the underpriced players in the game who can match Cole Palmer for points output throughout the season. Tottenham have a nice short-term opening schedule, and Dejan Kulusevski has impressed with his pre-season form. Due to the absence of an out-and-out striker, he was deployed in a forward role in pre-season. Although Spurs have signed Dominic Solanke, Kulusevski can still contribute due to his attacking prowess, including his dribbling skills, vision, and ability to create and finish chances. He can play in various positions in the attacking midfield or on the wings. This versatility allows him to exploit different areas of the pitch and adapt to tactical changes. In attack, I have selected Alexander Isak, Erling Haaland, and Kai Havertz. Alexander Isak performed well in pre-season and has been granted a nice run of fixtures early on. He is on radar for a majority of fantasy managers, as evident by his high ownership. He had some outstanding stats last season due to his sharp finishing and ability to create spaces. Also, he's a standout pick for captaincy in first game week. Picking Erling Haaland is a no-brainer right now due to his sensational pre-season form and lack of other clear attacking options in Manchester City. There are doubts over the playing minutes of Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne right now due to their participation in the Euros. Although he faces Chelsea in the first game week, there is no reason to count him out as he hit a hat-trick against them in pre-season. Additionally, he can be a set-and-forget captain during game week 2 to game week 4. He's priced at £15 million, which does not make him a permanent pick for the entire season. However, he did not participate in any continental competition during the summer break and should be fresh to hunt down his third consecutive Golden Boot. I intend to fully capitalize on that for the opening round of fixtures. The last spot in the team has gone to Kai Havertz due to his resurgence last season in an Arsenal team full of young attackers. What makes Havertz stand out are his technical skills, vision and creativity. This makes him a good candidate for providing assists to his teammates along with scoring goals on his own. He is versatile and can be deployed as a striker or a number 10, thus increasing his chances of regular starts in the team. He can be considered as a differential too, as the majority of managers have selected Ollie Watkins in their team, who has not played any minutes in pre-season and might need some time to get back in form. Finally, here is the final team for Game Week 1. In defense, I will be starting Zinchenko, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Van de Ven. While Zinchenko has a good-looking home fixture against a Wolves side without Pedro Neto, Trent and Van de Ven play away to newly promoted sides in Ipswich and Leicester City respectively. While away fixtures can get tricky, all three defenders still have the ability to contribute on both ends of the pitch. I will be going with a 4-man midfield, putting Nkunku on the bench as he has a hard fixture against Manchester City. Kulusevski and Diogo Jota will be playing away from home, however, these games are against newly promoted sides and I hope they will perform well. Bruno Fernandes and Callum Hudson-Odoi have home games in Game Week 1 and I'm hoping for a decent haul from both of them. Haaland, Isaac and Havertz will be completing the forward line and I am assigning Isaac as my captain for the first game week, with Havertz playing the vice-captain role. Nkunku takes the first spot on my bench along with Robinson and Barco. Lumley will be my non-playing keeper each week. If you wish to join my league, please copy the code on your screen and test your mettle against some new managers. Please remember, the deadline to save your final team is Friday, 16th of August at 6:30 PM BST. This was all for the Game Week 1 team news, and I shall be back next week providing reports on most of the matches and my strategy for Game Week 2. This season, I aim to improve my last season's rank and along the journey, provide my insight to other managers who are looking to ace their mini leagues or improve their overall rank in the game. If you want my opinion about your team, please comment on the video and I shall revert. Last but not least, please subscribe to my channel, like the video and hit the bell icon. Thank you and take care.